You guys are always cursing, aren't you?
No, I'm around young children.
You are a young child.
I'm almost an adult. I don't think that counts.
Still a young child.
How about young adult?
You're not an adult yet.
Yeah, but they...
young man maybe, but not quite. Right, Tim? Tim would be considered an adult. Might not act it sometimes, but he is an adult. See that? So what were you doing yesterday? Shooting people?
Yeah.
See that? Tim's a murderer, aren't you?
Murderer.
How many people did you kill yesterday?
Bunch.
See? He doesn't even deny it. Don't overstress that thing. You'll snap him off with that heavy one. So, as you can see, Mr. Joseph here, who is like, you know, overworked, right?
No, just ill.
Well,
It's not strong enough for this.
really?
Yes.
Why not?
Because it is. These were put on with an air gun, meaning.
Tim, did you put those on with your gun? Hey, you might want to wear safety glasses when you start beating on shit. Yeah, the old hay juice gets things going. So anyways, what we are doing is, at the moment, we actually might have some blue skies, as you can possibly see here. I got the boys working on the WD-2303 case windrower. Timothy has been working on it pretty much as he can all day. He changed the engine oil in it, obviously. Engine oil, and hey, have you checked the antifreeze in this thing? The antifreeze is good, so he's checked that. He changed the fuel filters, primary and secondary fuel filters. 1, 2. He also changed the hydraulic oil filters, or hydrostatic drive motor filters. Those are a very important thing to keep that oil nice and clean. I did have a leak at one point, and it ran all my oil out, so I threw automatic transmission fluid in there, which is okay to do if you're in a pinch, if you can't get the good high quality hydraulic oil. You can use automatic transmission fluid. Yes, automatic transmission fluid. Now, I wouldn't do that in the I don't know that I would do that in the IVT transmissions, but anyways, while Monkey 1 here is sitting on his ass, Monkey 2 is putting these on. Go get a grease gun, Joe. Start greasing this thing. I hate it when you're sitting there doing nothing. Whether you feel bad or not, you got to do something. And I know it hasn't been greased yet. So we got this one out. I ain't even going to tell you where I've been. But from there, I have changed the fuel filters in the 7530 Premium. They are now Napa filters, which are Wix filters, which is what John Deere uses, believe it or not. Well, Wix makes them for John Deere. They're direct replacements. The IVT transmission does not use a Wix filter. It uses a Donaldson filter, which John Deere contracts Donaldson to manufacture. Now, I'm pretty certain this one here is a Wix also, and it is a Wix because that is a Napa number. Look at it. You want to see ass crack? Look at these boys. They just keep eating and can't pull their pants up. Look at this. What the hell is going on here? R-rated goddamn videos. Anyway, yeah. So this is the, what is that, 7750S? They've changed these numbers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Stainless. It's not chrome. Why did they give me a stainless steel filter?
What it came up as.
Wow. Oil filter. It's a stainless steel filter. 1 Wix Way, Gastonia, North Carolina. Made in B&H, Fabrique Aux B&H. I don't know where B&H is, but that is a stainless steel filter. Isn't that something? It's not chrome, it's stainless. Oh, that's weird. So, I will be changing the engine oil in that tractor. Not today. I don't think I'm going to be changing it today. So, So this is basically what's been going on all day. I know everybody asks me about the 4010 when I'm going to be out driving around in this thing. Well, I've ran out of money for this particular project until next winter, so it'll sit there again. 5020's there. But the next thing, I gotta get this grass under control. It has rained every freaking day for literally, I don't know. It's been raining a lot. Rained 7/10 of an inch again last night. So I pulled this outlet this morning, and I've got filters on order. They did not show up here, but I have replaced. I've bought all the filters, including this one here. All the oil filters, hydraulic filters. This has a cartridge filter that goes into it. Nice thing about these is they're electric fuel pumps, so you don't have to sit there and pump on a fuel pump. It has an electric fuel pump that pumps the fuel in, and this fuel is clean. I mean, I never have water in my fuel. I've never had water in my fuel. There's a bit of a vacuum in there. I don't know why, but there's some dirt in the very bottom. So, you know, hey, what are you gonna do? I guess what I'll do is when I change it, then it won't have that vacuum into it anymore. I always check the oil in this machine before I start it, and I did do that before I started it. It is black. It is this motor actually turns black pretty easily. You know, it's kind of weird. But this is a 6.8 liter motor, engine, whatever you want to call it. Not electric motor, but diesel engine. I did have an issue with the it was low on coolant for some reason. It was low on coolant. Now, it's kind of funny, this machine, I've had it since 2015. I put it away late last year, so I did not pressure wash it before I put it away. I know there's probably a bunch of guys, especially one out in Elizabethtown, who's probably saying, holy shit, he doesn't take care of his equipment. But that's okay, because if you wash your equipment before you put it away, and you don't run it, I mean really run it, the water can lay in bearings and places that you don't want it to be laying in, and it can cause problems. So before I go to work with this thing, hopefully, I'm hoping to get started tomorrow or the next day. But tomorrow they're talking rain again. We got chance of showers again tonight. So who knows? Who knows when the hay season is going to start? I could walk down below the barn here and show you the hay crop, but it's about 6 inches taller than it was the other day when I did that, and now it's here. It's almost 6 feet tall. So yeah, wow. So what I'm going to do is I've got all the filters bought for this one, the WD. What is this? The W235. See, that's the problem with John Deere and Case. They kind of got the W's in there, you know. This is a W235. The Case of WD2303. Yeah. So, anyways, what I'll do is I'll get this thing, check the air. That tire over there is low for some reason. The back tires weren't low, but it's been sitting. It's been sitting for, you know, since last November, I think, is when I finished last year, was in November. So, you know, it was a tough year. It definitely was a tough year, but we got it done. And, yeah, we're just going to go ahead. I do have an issue up in here that needs to be addressed. If I can remember right, it's here. Right here. This guy here is broke off. Right there. There's a tab. So I'm going to pull this in. And that side over there is okay, but I'm going to pull this side apart. I think I can pull this top off of there. I don't remember, though. I don't know. I think I have to actually pull this off first, and then I can get in there and weld that. But this is packed full of stuff, and that pisses me off because it does it every year. This pack's full of hay, but it was inside, you know, so it's not really that big of a deal. And yeah, so it'll be getting all new blades, and yeah, it'll be getting all new blades. It'll be greased up and ready to go in the next, probably tomorrow. I have to take a load of hay in the morning, which would probably be this morning that I'm talking about, and we'll go from there. And if you want to see some wear, look at these protectors, these bolt protectors on the John Deere. That is worn. I have not really done much work to this machine since I've owned it at all. This is its 4th season, believe it or not. So this machine is starting its 4th season, and honestly, knock on wood, I haven't really done anything to it mechanically, except for a gearbox, which honestly I didn't have to replace, but I did it anyway. I have changed the oil in the hubs, which I'm probably going to do again this year. Obviously, you change that oil in those hubs every so many hours. I have to check in the book and see how many hours I've got on it. And yeah, so the tires are all in good shape. Everything works good. I really, truly love this machine. There's a lot of guys that don't like them. My father doesn't like it because it's different, and he doesn't like changes. And Joe just cursed, dropped an F-bomb. I don't know why he's cursing so much, but whatever. He doesn't like it because when you come to the end, you actually have to slow down. And with the case, because of the way the tires are, they don't dig in. This machine goes faster than the case, it mows quicker, does a nicer job than what the case does. It's more reliable than the case. It was more money than what the case was, but it's a more reliable, heavier duty machine over what the case was. And my problem with it is still pretty much the same as what my dad's is that it will dig a hole at the end of the windrow. Now, he doesn't like the controls because it's backwards from what the case was, and he's used to running the case. When he gets in this one, he complains because it's opposite. Everything's opposite. Well, John Deere took Case's windrower, Case took John Deere's windrower, and they had to make them different. And I don't know. I think the John Deere's easier to control on the road. It's easier to control in the field. It's faster, it's got more power. I don't run this thing out of power. The Case, I will run out of power. Not so much now, as I did before. I can run this one at half throttle and do the same amount of work as I do with the Case at full throttle. But anyway, I guess I'm done yammering about what we're doing. But we're getting ready to make this hay, and there is a hell of a hay crop. So I'm going to get back into here and go from there. This is Reed Canary right here, isn't that something?